BTS Soundcheck Day 1 in Chicago reportedly delivered another moment that quickly caught fans' attention, especially when Jungkook appeared to approach Jimin in front of the other members. During the lively atmosphere, the two seemed relaxed and playful, creating a warm moment that fans immediately began discussing online. What drew even more attention, however, was Taehyung's expression at that exact moment. As Jungkook suddenly hugged Jimin, Taehyung appeared to change his expression, prompting some fans to wonder what might have been going through his mind. The brief reaction was enough to become one of the most talked about moments from the Soundcheck. Fans began replaying the footage, focusing closely on Taehyung's face before and after Jungkook embraced Jimin. Some described his reaction as surprising or unexpectedly serious, while others believed it could simply have been a natural response to something happening around him. The moment quickly fueled playful speculation among fans, with some interpreting the interaction as a funny or slightly awkward situation between the three members. However, there is no confirmation that Taehyung's expression was connected to Jungkook and Jimin's hug, and any interpretation remains purely speculative. As BTS continued their Chicago Soundcheck Day 1, the brief interaction became another memorable moment for fans watching every detail. Was Taehyung simply reacting naturally to what he saw, or did the sudden hug genuinely catch him off guard? Fans may continue debating the moment long after the soundcheck ended. During BTS Soundcheck Day 1 in Chicago, a brief interaction between Jungkook and Jimin reportedly caught fans' attention when Jungkook suddenly moved toward Jimin and wrapped him in a hug. The timing made the moment even more noticeable because Taehyung appeared to be standing nearby, seemingly close enough to see the unexpected interaction unfold. At first, Taehyung appeared relaxed as the members continued, enjoying the soundcheck atmosphere. But when Jungkook suddenly hugged Jimin, some fans noticed that Taehyung's expression seemed to change. For a brief moment, he appeared quieter and more focused on what was happening in front of him. Fans who watched the footage closely began paying particular attention to those few seconds. Taehyung seemed to pause and look toward Jungkook and Jimin, creating a subtle reaction that was easy to miss without replaying the moment. The contrast between his earlier relaxed expression and the brief change afterward quickly became a talking point among viewers. The sudden timing of the hug made the scene even more intriguing. Nothing appeared to indicate that Jungkook's embrace was planned, and the interaction seemed spontaneous, while Taehyung's nearby presence added another layer to the moment. Some fans described the scene as funny, unexpected, or simply a natural interaction between close friends. Still, Taehyung's expression cannot confirm what he was thinking or feeling. Some fans may interpret the brief reaction differently, while others may see it as nothing more than a normal response during a busy soundcheck. But one question continues to linger. Was Taehyung simply surprised by Jungkook's sudden hug, or did those few seconds reveal a reaction fans weren't expecting? As footage from BTS Soundcheck Day 1 in Chicago circulated among fans, some viewers reportedly began replaying the moment to take a closer look at Taehyung's reaction. What initially appeared to be a quick interaction suddenly became more interesting when fans slowed down the footage and focused on the seconds surrounding Jungkook's unexpected hug toward Jimin. The repeated replays placed attention on Taehyung's body language and facial expression. Some fans noticed what appeared to be a brief pause as he looked toward Jungkook and Jimin, while others felt his expression simply reflected surprise at the sudden interaction. Because the moment lasted only a short time, viewers were left debating whether there was anything significant behind it. The three-member dynamic quickly became the center of attention. Jungkook's spontaneous embrace, Jimin's reaction, and Taehyung standing nearby created a visually memorable scene that fans naturally wanted to examine. Rather than suggesting conflict or jealousy, the moment can simply be viewed as an unexpected interaction between three longtime BTS members during a lively soundcheck. What made the scene particularly engaging was how differently each member appeared to respond. Jungkook seemed comfortable and affectionate toward Jimin. Jimin appeared to receive the gesture naturally, while Taehyung seemed to notice what was happening. That simple contrast was enough to turn a few seconds of footage into a much-discussed fan moment. As fans continued sharing and replaying the clip, interpretations varied widely. Some saw it as nothing more than a playful interaction, while others were fascinated by Taehyung's brief reaction and the timing of the hug, without knowing what the members were actually thinking. However, the meaning remains open to interpretation, leaving fans with one lingering question. What exactly caught Taehyung's attention in those few seconds? For a brief moment during BTS Soundcheck Day 1 in Chicago, the footage appeared to capture a pause that some fans found intriguing. After Jungkook suddenly hugged Jimin, attention shifted toward Taehyung, who seemed to remain quiet for a few seconds. The pause was subtle, but it became more noticeable as fans replayed the scene. Some viewers interpreted the moment as simply funny and spontaneous. From their perspective, Jungkook's unexpected hug was nothing more than a playful interaction between close members, while Taehyung's expression could have been a completely natural reaction to something happening around him. Other fans, however, felt that Taehyung's expression appeared slightly different from how relaxed he had looked moments earlier. They pointed to the brief change in his facial expression and the way he seemed to look toward Jungkook and Jimin, saying that the timing made the moment particularly intriguing. The different interpretations quickly turned the short clip into a discussion among fans. One side focused on the warmth and spontaneity of the interaction, while another side was more interested in Taehyung's subtle reaction. Importantly, neither interpretation can establish what Taehyung was actually thinking or feeling, since the footage only captures a few seconds of the moment. That uncertainty may be exactly what made the scene so captivating. A simple hug, a brief pause, and one subtle change in expression created enough mystery for fans to watch the footage repeatedly. Was it simply a funny soundcheck moment between three longtime members? Or did something about the unexpected timing genuinely catch Taehyung's attention? The moment during BTS Soundcheck Day 1 in Chicago may have lasted only a few seconds, but its timing has left some fans wondering whether there was more context that the camera did not capture. Jungkook's sudden hug toward Jimin appeared to happen without much warning, while Taehyung was nearby and seemingly able to see the interaction. That unexpected timing immediately created curiosity. Before the hug happened, the footage showed the members enjoying the soundcheck atmosphere, but viewers naturally began asking what might have happened in the seconds immediately before Jungkook approached Jimin. Was there something happening just before the hug that viewers simply missed? Some fans began replaying the footage from an earlier moment rather than focusing only on the hug itself. They wanted to see whether there was a gesture, conversation, glance, or movement that could provide additional context for Jungkook's sudden decision to embrace Jimin. Attention then shifted toward Taehyung. His expression appeared to change briefly after the hug, and some viewers felt that he seemed to pause before continuing with the soundcheck. Because the reaction was subtle and short, however, it remains impossible to know what he was actually thinking. The lack of clear context made the moment even more intriguing. A few seconds of footage can show what happened visually, but it cannot reveal the private thoughts or conversations of the members. That gap between what fans could see and what they could not see became the main source of speculation. Some fans viewed the entire scene as completely harmless and spontaneous. To them, Jungkook simply saw an opportunity to hug Jimin, while Taehyung's expression was likely an ordinary reaction to something happening nearby. From this perspective, there may be no hidden story at all. Others were more fascinated by the sequence of events. They pointed to the timing of Jungkook's sudden embrace and Taehyung's brief reaction, suggesting that the combination made the moment feel more dramatic than an ordinary soundcheck interaction. Still, these interpretations remain fan speculation rather than confirmed information. The three-member dynamic also added to the visual impact of the scene. Jungkook and Jimin suddenly became the focus of the interaction, while Taehyung's presence nearby gave fans another reaction to observe. It was a simple moment involving three longtime BTS members, yet the timing made viewers look twice. As the footage continued circulating, The unanswered questions became part of the excitement. Fans could analyze the expressions, movements, and timing. But without additional footage or direct comments from the members, the missing context remains unknown. And that is what makes the moment so intriguing. Perhaps there was absolutely nothing unusual happening behind the scenes, and the entire scene was simply an affectionate and playful interaction during Soundcheck. But was it simply a playful moment between members? Or did Taehyung's sudden expression reveal a reaction fans weren't expecting?